The Senate, please come to order. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Senator Ocasio, Senator Baker, Senator Chang, Senator DeCoit,
Excused.
Senator Dela Cruz, Senator Favela, Senator Gabbard, Senator Ihara,
Excused.
Senator Inoue, Senator Kanuha, Senator Keith Agaran, Senator Keoho Kalole, Senator Kidani, Senator Kim, Senator Lee, Senator Misalucha, Senator Moriwaki, Senator Nishihara, Senator Rhodes,
Excused.
Senator Riviere, Senator San Buenaventura, Senator Shimabukuro, Senator Taniguchi, Senator Wakai. Mr. President,
Present.
22 present, 3 excused.
Thank you. The chair has read the journal of the preceding day and approves the same. Are there any introductions this morning? Not, Madam Clerk?
On page 2, advise and consent.
If there are no objections from the members, we will be taking advice and consent on consent.
Standing Committee Report number 1 on Governor's Message number 1, James S. Kawashima, gubernatorial appointee to the Circuit Court of the First Circuit for adoption.
Is there any discussion? Senator Keoho Kalole,
Mr. President, I rise in support of Governor's Message number 1.
please proceed.
James Kawashima has been licensed to practice law in the state of Hawaii since 1992. For more than a decade, he's been a jurist in the First Circuit District Courts. First, he served as a per diem judge presiding over temporary restraining order, landlord-tenant, small claims, regular civil claims, misdemeanor, and traffic cases. Since 2016, he's been a full-time district court judge. While on the bench, Judge Kawashima has been the lead technology judge, spearheading remote appearance protocol, and the lead criminal judge. For several month-long periods, he served as an acting circuit court judge and presided over misdemeanor abuse, civil jury, and felony jury trials. Judge Kawashima previously practiced law in Honolulu for 14 years as a solo practitioner and an associate attorney at several firms, a deputy attorney general in the Department of the Attorney General's Medicaid Fraud Control Unit, and a deputy prosecuting attorney at the Department of the Prosecuting Attorney for the City and County of Honolulu. He also brings his experience in the business sector from work here and in California, including being a corporate legal consultant, pitchman, and venture fundraiser. Judge Kawashima as well has teaching experience as an adjunct instructor at Kapi'olani Community College, at summer school at Iolani School, and as an LSAT and SAT instructor. Judge Kawashima received his Bachelor of Arts degree in English from Princeton University in 1988. He received his law degree from the University of Southern California Law Center in 1992. While at USC, he participated in moot court and as a finalist argued before U.S. Supreme Court Justice Byron White. During his career, Judge Kawashima has engaged in legal and community service activities, including serving on the 2005 Penal Code Review Committee, providing pro bono legal counsel to the Sex Abuse Treatment Center, being a judge for high school and law school mock trials, volunteering with the Pu'eo Educational Program for At-Risk Youth, and programming on Olelo Community Television related to SAT, ACT, and LSAT exams. After having reviewed the testimony, which was overwhelmingly in support of his confirmation, and other materials submitted to the committee, and having examined the appointee in a hearing, your Judiciary Committee finds that James S. Kawashima is qualified to serve as a circuit court judge of the First Circuit and recommends that the Senate consent to the appointment.
Thank you. Further discussion? If not, do we have unanimous consent?
52 ayes.
Thank you. James S. Kawashima has been confirmed as judge for the Circuit Court of the First Circuit. Senator Keoho Kalole.
I'm pleased to introduce our newest Circuit Court Judge for Oahu, James Kawashima. Please stand and be recognized. Mr. President, joining Judge Kawashima in the audience are the following. Please stand and also be recognized. His wife, Mrs. Elaine Kawashima. His daughters, Sophia and Olivia Kawashima. and his mother and sister, Melvia and Emily Kawashima. Aloha and welcome to the Senate. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. I hope he told his mother I received her handwritten note in the communication she sent to me. Madam Clerk, next item, please.
Standing Committee Report number 2 on Judiciary Communication number 1, Timothy E. Ho, Judicial Appointee to the District Court of the First Circuit for adoption.
Is there any discussion, Senator Keoho Kalole?
Mr. President, I rise in support of Judiciary Communication number 1.
Please proceed.
Timothy Ho brings a wealth of criminal law experience to the bench. He worked for the State of Hawaii Office of the Public Defender for 31 years, the latter 14 years as the Chief Deputy Public Defender, where he assisted the State Public Defender with administration and budget matters, and was responsible for the statewide supervision and recruitment of the trial deputies, supervisors, and clerical staff. His earlier roles at the Public Defender's Office included as supervising attorney and felony trial attorney, and he handled more than 60 jury trials and 100 bench trials. In the 4 years since he left the Public Defender's Office, Judge Ho has gained civil litigation experience as an associate at Imanaka Asato, handling dozens of wrongful foreclosure cases, and at his own solo general practice law firm. He currently also is a per diem judge for the District Court of the First Circuit, where he's assigned to the criminal calendar, DUI traffic crimes calendar, and civil calendar. Finally, he also is an independent grand jury counsel in the Circuit Court. Judge Ho received a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration from Creighton University in Nebraska. He received his law degree from the William S. Richardson School of Law at the University of Hawaii at Manoa, and has been licensed to practice law in Hawaii since 1987. Judge Ho has been an active participant in professional and community activities throughout his career. For many years, he was an adjunct professor at Richardson, co-teaching the Defense Clinic. He also served on the Department of Public Safety's Reentry Commission and numerous interagency task forces and committees, and has participated in the Hawaii State Bar Association's Lawyers in the Classroom and Junior Judges programs. After having reviewed the testimony, which was overwhelmingly in support of his confirmation, and other materials submitted to the committee, and having examined the appointee in a hearing, your Judiciary Committee finds that Timothy E. Ho is qualified to serve as a District Court Judge of the First Circuit and recommends that the Senate consent to the appointment.
Thank you. Is there any further discussion? Senator Favela?
Senate President, I'm in strong support of this nominee.
Please proceed.
During this Senate Judiciary Committee hearing, Timothy Ho showed his commitment and his passion to serve as judge in the district court. He never gave up in being selected finalist for various judicial appointments for about 30 or more times. Some folks would think that he would be concerned because he would probably go easy on the defendants since he defended them, in the public defender's office many years. But per diem Judge Ho has provided and proven to be more of a law and order judge. Mr. President, I support this nominee going forward in his confirmation because for me, if I had given up, just like he didn't give up, I would never be here today. I never was elected more than, I don't know, maybe 10 times or more. But I was persistent and God willing, I'm here. So my hat off and my prayers to him, not giving up because as what Senate, my colleague here, Jared said that, wow, that's a lot, and I'm very privileged to be a part of the Judiciary Committee. Even though I was absent that day, I was paying attention, Senate President, and I strongly support this nominee. Thank you.
Thank you. Further discussion? Not, do we have unanimous consent?
22 ayes.
Thank you. Timothy E. Ho has been confirmed as judge for the District Court of the First Circuit. And his perseverance, Senator Favela. it was failed to be mentioned that he is a proud alumni of Waimea High School. Not gonna tell you who the other proud alumni of Waimea High School is, at least who is in this auditorium this afternoon. And his father was a vice principal at Waimea High School, and his mother was a teacher, and I was a home ec student for Mrs. Ho. And so he certainly has great parents that did a great job in raising him, in a high school that has never given up in anything they've tried. Senator Ke'oho Kalole.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'm pleased to introduce our newest district court judge for Oahu, Timothy Ho. Please stand and be recognized. Joining Judge Ho in the audience are the following. Please also stand and be recognized. His wife, Rolianne Ho. His daughter and son-in-law, Lauren Ho and Jamil Ishaq. And friend Gail Hirano. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Clerk.
Standing Committee Report number 3 on Judiciary Communication number 2, John Alberto Montalbano, Judicial Appointee to the District Family Court of the First Circuit for adoption.
Is there any discussion? Senator Ke'oho Kalole,
Thank you, Mr. President. I rise in support of Judiciary Communication number 2.
please proceed.
John Alberto Montalbano has been licensed to practice law in the state of Hawaii since 2001. He has a range of experience in criminal law, family law, civil litigation, and military law. Judge Montalbano began his legal career as a law clerk in the circuit court of the First Circuit for the Honorable Francis Wong and the Honorable Michael Wilson. He then worked as a deputy prosecuting attorney at the Department of the Prosecuting Attorney for the City and County of Honolulu for 6 years. He next worked at Fukunaga, Matayoshi, Hershey, and Ching for 5 years, handling insurance defense and product liability and asbestos litigation, and then in the family law firm Farrell and Associates for 7 years. Judge Montalbano is a commissioned officer with the Judge Advocate General's Corps. Since 2020, he's worked as the managing judge advocate with the Office of the Command Judge Advocate based at Fort Shafter in Honolulu. In this role, he represents clients in a range of military law and family law matters, in addition to appearing before military tribunals and advising on military law, administrative, and policy matters. Moreover, since 2014, Judge Montalbano has been a per diem judge for the District Court of the First Circuit and has handled both criminal and civil cases, including small claims proceedings, requests for civil injunctions, criminal misdemeanor trials, traffic infractions, and cases referred to the Environmental Court. Judge Montalbano received a Bachelor of Arts degree in economics from the University of Hawaii at Manoa. He received his law degree from Golden Gate University School of Law in 1999. He has been active in the legal community throughout his career and is an adjunct professor with the 2960th Multifunctional Training Brigade. He also volunteers with the Kapolei Access to Justice Program and as a volunteer arbitrator for the Court Annexed Arbitration Program. After having reviewed the testimony, which again was overwhelmingly in support of his confirmation, and other materials submitted to the committee, and having examined the appointee in a hearing, your Judiciary Committee finds that John Alberto Montalbano is qualified to serve as a District Family Court Judge of the First Circuit and recommends that the Senate advise to the appointment. Mahalo.
Thank you. Any further discussion? If not, do we have unanimous consent?
22 ayes.
Thank you. John Alberto Montalbo has been confirmed as judge for the District Family Court of the First Circuit. Senator Ke'oho Kalole.
I'm pleased to announce our newest District Family Court Judge for Oahu, John Alberto Montalbano. Please stand and be recognized. Joining Judge Montalbano in the audience are his family. Please also stand and be recognized. His son and daughter-in-law, Edward and Jessica, and grandson, Junior. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Clerk.
Miscellaneous business, usual and customary resolution. Senate Resolution number 1, authorizing the president to approve the Journal of the Senate on this final day of the third special session of 2022 for adoption.
Senator Kanuha.
I move for the adoption of Senate Resolution number 1.
Senator Favela.
I second that motion.
It's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Any objections? If not, the motion is carried. Senate Resolution number 1 has been adopted. Madam Clerk,
We have no further business, Mr. President.
are there any announcements today? Senator Misalucha,
Point of personal privilege.
please proceed.
President Ron Kochi and Senate colleagues, as this is my last time to be here on the Senate floor as part of this esteemed body, allow me to express my sincerest and deepest gratitude to you, Senate President, and my colleagues for your generosity of spirit in helping me achieve Senate District 16's goals during the last 2 years. It's been a tremendous honor and privilege to represent the great district of Aiea, Pearl City, and Halava. And it's also been a gift to have witnessed history being made with 10 women senators. I have forged great lifelong friendships with all of you. I will miss the camaraderie and the spirit of collegiality, even if we don't always agree on issues. Mahalo to Governor Ige for my appointment in July 2020. And I want to commend my staff, Richard Mizuzawa and Bernie Kaalim, for staying the course with me. A big thank you to Senate Clerk's Office and the Office of Sergeant at Arms for always making it easy for me to do my job. Lastly, mahalo to my family for their unending support. I hope I made my Papa, who is in heaven, proud. Throughout the last 2 years, my heart rejoiced as I honorably served. God bless you and God bless us all.
Thank you. Further announcements, Senator Ocasio.
Aloha, Senate President, my colleagues. Very similar note. It's an honor to be standing here today on this last Senate session, assuming, although we do have another week and a half or so. But I would like to start out and thank my family for allowing me the capacity to be able to serve my district of Hilo, Senate District 1 fully, and showing up as my authentic self in truth and integrity and doing the service and the work that and the due diligence that a Senate position requires. Secondly, I would absolutely love to extend my deepest mahalo to Governor Ige for seeing the capacity in me to serve the district fully, for giving me the opportunity to humble myself in this form of service, to give me the opportunity to learn the incredible amounts of things that one can come from the community without law background in particular, and be of service in a government for the people, by the people, really truly allowing me to build friendships. Every single person along this way has given me opportunity and gifts to learn and grow. And I think I really want to just thank Governor Ige again for giving me that opportunity to build capacity and be also an example in the community for what every single one of us can do in this house, the people's house. So mahalo nui, I want to thank my colleagues. I've had incredible mentors, both in adversity and in friendship. And just knowing that it's not personal, none of it is personal. It's really just about doing the work. And, something that I really reflect on in driving through different parts of Honolulu, for example, in knowing that constituencies are incredibly different, and to understand that a perspective can be on the same panel, on the same committee, and be representing something completely different, and that both of those are true, and both of those approaches and needs and concerns of the constituents are just as real. And yet to walk away from that situation and go to lunch and really talk about the depth of the details in folks representing very different needs. And so in neighbor islands, and amongst us, women senators, I just want to thank you folks for your camaraderie. Really, truly appreciate the friendship, the mentorship, and the dedication that you all have in serving our islands, our state, and the people. So mahalo nui.
Thank you. Any further announcements? For recognizing Senator Kanuha, I'd briefly say we had the opportunity on CND to say a long goodbye to Senators Baker, Nishihara, and Taniguchi, and the 90 years of experience that will be leaving the chamber. And we certainly wish nothing but the best to Senators Misalucha and Ocasio. It's been honored to serve with each and every one of you with your commitment. I know I speak on behalf of all of my colleagues, but I'm going to cut there because Senator Misalucha asked that we not make her cry today. And I'd like to honor her last request. With that, Senator Kanuha.
Move that the Senate of the 31st Legislature, third special session of 2022, adjourn sine die.
Senator Favela.
I second that motion.
It's been moved and seconded. If there are no objections from the members, the Senate of the 31st Legislature, third special session of 2022, adjourned sine die.